I have some of my favorite reamers here for reaming cork and rubber grips. They almost last forever. I'd like to show you how to make one of these reamers using this Flex Coat reamer abrasive and an old rod blank. I like to look around and try to find a blank that has the tip broken off of it, and I carve and shave, remove the guides, and clean the rod up the best I can. Then I would like to have a section of blank that's about 3 or 4 feet long, and preferably with a slow taper. Now you've got to find a solid steel shank that you can glue into the end of that rod blank. Now we have to build up some masking tape bushings onto that steel rod so we can get a good tapered fit into the end of the blank. Mix up a little 5-minute epoxy, apply it to the rod, slide it up in the end of the rod blank, and now we have something to hook our drill onto. Next, we apply contact cement to our reamer abrasive and also to our rod blank. It's important to use solvent-based contact cement. You've got to let that dry for about 15 or 20 minutes. For all my reamers, I use about an 8-foot piece of reamer abrasive, and I start at the tip, working my way down to the butt of the rod, and I leave a little gap in between my wraps, and that kind of works like a flue on a drill bit. Finally, we got to add a little extra reinforcement to the reamer by wrapping a little thread around the butt and the tip section of the rod, and then apply a little 5-minute epoxy on there to lock that thread down. Here we've got Ryan doing a little demo with a reamer and our cork lathe. He's got a reamer that matches the taper of his rod blank, and notice how he's got that marked where he needs to stop when he slides his cork rings on. He slides 4 of them on at a time. That helps to keep them straighter. If he has about 4 different reamers, he can pretty well do everything he needs to do. He slides his foregrip on. It's good to remove your cork rings while the reamer is still turning. It makes it easier for him to come off there. He'll slide that on his rod blank. And notice how nice they slide into place. You don't want those rings to be too tight, but you want them to be snug. Slides his reel seat on. Slides his foregrip on. And that baby's ready to glue up.